Hello friends, and welcome to my channel Power of Spirituality. In this video, we'll talk about why guilt is neither productive nor healthy and why awareness should be used instead of guilt. My name is Ankit Verma, and since my recovery from brain tumor 3 years ago, I'm on a spiritual path. And my motive behind this channel is to convey my learnings to everyone on this path so that they can also benefit from the same. Sometimes you look back at your life and you feel guilty for not getting more done. Guilt is an emotional experience that occurs when a person believes or realizes, accurately or not, that they have compromised their own standards of conduct and have violated universal moral standards and bear significant responsibility for that violation. Guilt is closely related to concept of remorse as well as shame. There are many causes of guilt. For example, people feel guilty for something they didn't do but want to. For example, I have seen people feeling guilty as they are not able to wake up early in the morning. But realize that to your subconscious mind, waking up early may be unrealistic. That's why guilt is often the result of unrealistic expectations. Your ego makes you believe that you are capable of more, but your subconscious mind may feel otherwise. Comparing yourself with others. You feel immense guilt when you see your friends, family members getting better in life and you still stuck where you are. Somehow you feel less about yourself because you compare your life to others. When you see others in pain, you feel guilt. When we see another person suffering, it can also cause us pain. This constitutes a powerful system of empathy which leads to our thinking that we should do something to relieve the suffering of others. And if we cannot help others or fail to do so, we experience feeling of guilt. This is not right. Guilt for something you did. Guilt and shame help maintain beneficial relationship. If a person feels guilty when he harms another or fails to reciprocate kindness, he is more likely not to harm others or become too selfish. If someone causes harm to another and then feel guilty and demonstrate regret and sorrow, the person harmed is likely to forgive. That guilt makes it possible to forgive and help hold social groups together. Now, this is why only area where you feel guilty is justified. Feeling the emotion of guilt for an action deserving of remorse is normal. To not feel guilty in these cases may be a sign of psychopathy. But let's restrict guilt to this area only. Many people think of guilt as a good way to get someone to do something for you. Out of sense of obligation, I don't know. Many think that if they feel guilty, they will put more efforts. But in reality, guilt is neither productive nor healthy. In fact, guilt sucks the life force out of you and fill you with so much desperation and so much negativity that you start walking in the opposite direction, the direction you are not supposed to do, the wrong direction. And it is self-destructive. Being guilty is like walking with your heavy weights tied to your legs and chest. Every step you take will be difficult and frustrating, and you will eventually gain nothing from it. It's more accurate to think of guilt as an internal state. In fact, under psychology, guilt is classified as a negative emotion. Remember, it is one of the sad emotions which also includes agony, grief and loneliness. In fact, if it lasts long enough, this internal agonizing can lead to such anxiety and shame-based problems such as substance abuse, sexual disorders and enormous variety of other self-sabotaging behaviors. I again repeat, guilt is never good and one should become aware as soon as he or she starts feeling guilty. So what can we do about this? How should you handle feeling that you are letting down your co-worker, family, friends and even yourself? How can you learn to accept that you are doing the best you can? First, you have to remember that guilt is first and foremost just an emotion. It's a psychological trick played by your mind. And except for one case where you have harmed someone and felt guilty, guilt is just your mind enjoying putting you in misery. This is the first step. Always realize this. Second step is consciousness or awareness. Consciousness is one thing, conscience is another thing. Don't mix these two up. Consciousness is the basic of life and existence. The spiritual process is all about consciousness, not conscience. Conscience is a socially set up mechanism, usually with a religious basis, which makes you feel guilty of this or that or everything in your life. You do not need a conscience. You need consciousness, because consciousness is the inclusive. This inclusion fixes your actions. You do not do something not because you think it is wrong. You know that you would not like to do it yourself, so you would not like to do it on someone else also. You know that it would not work for yourself, so you would not want to do it for someone else also. That is all it is. Consciousness fixes you because of your inclusiveness. On the other hand, conscience tries to fix you with guilt, fear, punishment and shame. This is something that makes a human being feel like a wreck, and you cannot expect a human being to grow when he or she feels like a wreck. Instilling shame and guilt means there is no interest in the growth, transformation and transcendence of human beings. There is only one interest in holding them on the leash. Guilt or shame come from social conscience, not from universal consciousness. There are some other suggestions that you might find useful. Tell yourself that you did the best you could, that whatever lapse of sound judgment impelled you to do something you now regret was yet the best judgment available to you at that point of time. Second point, consider that the time of your misbehavior you did not know what you know now. Third point, remind yourself that you are not to blame for surviving a tragedy that someone else close to you did not. Fourth point, remember that your mistakes do not define who you are, and to blame yourself for a mistake or mishap that happened at a time was beyond your control is to assume an intention that may not at all characterize your behavior. Fifth point, tell yourself that the behavior ideas you set for yourself may be too high, or that your original family may have encouraged you to adopt or even force upon you overly rigorous standards that you now judge yourself by. Sixth point, talk compassionately but authoritatively to the inner child, the part of you with whom most of your irrational guilt programs originate. Seventh point, recognize that no one is perfect. Giving up on guilt is not a day job. It is demanding, and you will need to practice it for months, even years, until you reach your goal. However, as the ultimate aim is becoming self-aware, it is still worth it. Keep practicing. With this, we come to the end of the video. Please let me know your views and queries in the comment section below. And thank you for taking the journey of Build Church's awareness with me. My aim is to change 100 lives this year. Please be a part of my mission and share this with everyone who will think can benefit from it. Please also subscribe to the channel and press the notification icon so that you stay updated of any upcoming videos. May you have all the peace, abundance and happiness in life. Thank you very much.